Hi guys, right, today we have this Jaguar XE-S, which on the face of it here looks in great condition. However, it was bought recently and the engine bay isn't quite as clean as I would like. I know a lot of people don't really look under the bonnet much and do much with the engine bay, but I like the engine bay to look as good as the car does. So what we're going to do today is a quick engine clean. Now I know there are lots of ways to clean engine bays and lots of products available on the market, and I realise this is just one opinion, but I'm just going to show you today how I would clean it, and it's fairly easy, just using one or two products. So let's have a look at the engine bay. As you can see, it's not in terrible condition, but I like all these plastics to be nice and black, and everything shiny. All the hoses, these hoses here can all be shined up. Now if the engine's really dirty, if you've got a lot of mud and stuff hanging around in here, you can jet wash it. Now I know a lot of people are going to say don't jet wash the engine, and to a certain extent I do agree with that. These modern engines, there's a lot of electronics, there's a lot of sensors, a lot of sockets, and getting a lot of water in there is not a good idea. Back in the day when there wasn't as much electronics in engines, then jet washing was a regular thing. Take it to the petrol station, get the jet wash out, and clean the engine bay. But yeah, with these modern ones, it's probably not the best idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some hot soapy water first of all, wash over all these plastics, just get all the main grime off, and then once that's done, I'll show you what I use afterwards. As I said, I use one product just to clean all plastics and pipes, and I get a good result from it. So let's get on with that. So these are the products I use to clean an engine bay, and of course if it was the bodywork it would be a different story. We'd be using waxes and it would take a bit more care over it, but with the engine bay I find all you need is some hot soapy water just to get the main grime off, a couple of old tea towels, and then afterwards when we're polishing up the plastics and we're cleaning the pipes, this Auto Glym Vynal Rubber care, I find that this is the best stuff. This is really, really good, and you'll see this the results from this a little later on. So let's start and we'll clean off the main grime. So the way I go about this, we have two old cloths. One is in the water, clean off the main dirt and use it that way. Then we're going to use the second cloth to basically dry off all of those plastics before we put the vinyl and rubber care on. Also good to have some kitchen paper towel just so we can soak up any pools of water, because you'll find that where you've got connectors and bits and pieces like this, there may be some little parts underneath which will collect the water. Areas like this, you just want to soak up all of that water so we can dry it out. If we were jet washing this car, then what I would recommend is that you keep the engine running. So if you do need to jet wash it, start the engine, keep it running, give it a jet wash, and then dry off all the areas you can. If you stop the engine, then sometimes that can cause problems. You can jet wash it and you'll find it doesn't start because there's water in there. But like I said, it's probably not the best idea to jet wash it if you don't need to. This guide that I'm doing here, it's just if the engine is a bit dusty, a bit dirty like this. You've obviously got some road muck and road grime here that's kicked up onto the engine, and you see all these plastics are all marked here. So we're just going to get all that looking nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the cloth now and we'll give it a once over, and then we'll see what it looks like after that. So that's the first pass with the soapy water. The bucket's quite dirty now, so what I'm going to do is get another bucket of water and just give it another pass. But as you can see already, this is looking a lot better. Now, one of the areas which I think lets it down unless you do it properly is areas like this. So it's quite tricky to get into with the with your towel or your cloth, whatever you've got. So an old paintbrush is a good idea. You can dip it in the water and just get these little areas of muck from around here, because this, as I said, this does let it down if you're trying to do a good job here, especially, you know, around bolts and things like that. But yeah, that's looking good so far. I'll get some more water and we'll give it another pass. So with these areas here, all I'm doing is getting an old paintbrush here and just working it into these gaps, and then using the cloth just to pull out that dirty water. As you can see, that works quite well. Depends on your engine bay, of course, but I mean this one in particular, you can see there's a lot of little areas where the muck's trapped. So just working it in there, and you can see right away that's made a big improvement. So same with these bolts here, just use the paintbrush to get the muck around, and then you can use a cloth to pull up that dirty water. You can see the difference that's made there. So here it is after the second pass with the soapy water, and that has pretty much got all of the grime up now. So the next step before we put the vinyl and rubber care on is to dry off as much as we can. So I'm going to use another cloth, but this is a dry one. I'm going to go around, just dry off all this plastic. I'm also going to dry up any standing water, like in these little areas here. You can see the water. Get some kitchen towel and just soak up all that, just so the whole thing is reasonably dry, and then we can proceed with the vinyl care. So that's pretty much dry now, and as you can see, most of the muck that was on there before is now gone. However, notice these plastics, they're not very shiny, they're a little bit dull, and you might like this finish, but I prefer to sort of have it pop out, you know, the black shiny black pipes, and this vinyl care does do a good job of that. So the way you use it is to just spray it on like so, and then get a soft cloth and immediately just polish it off. And you see the difference that's made there? Gives a lovely finish, and it actually stays like this for quite a long time. One thing just to take care with this, if you do have some overspray somewhere like this and it dries, it's a little bit tricky to get off. You need to basically wet it again and polish it off. So the best idea is to just give it a polish off as soon as you can. You can see the difference there. So I'm going to go over the engine bay with this and then show you the finished result. So here we are as the finished result, and you can see what I mean. The plastics have a nice shine to them now, and the pipes here. And this rubber care, even though it says vinyl and rubber care, you can use it on everything. I mean, this is these are metal parts here. As long as they're painted, then they come up. So I hope you found this useful. Like I said, I do know there are a lot of videos and a lot of specialist products out there to do this kind of thing, but this, I just wanted to share with you how I would do it, and it's just a nice, quick and easy way. I mean, this whole job's taking me about 50 minutes to do. So thanks for watching.